Hey everybody, this is Harshit back again with another video, and this video is going to be a complete hands-on building process of me building my entire community dashboard. And this is the episode 3 of non-coder building SaaS application using AI. So I am a complete non-coder, but again, we are going to be building an entire application just using AI tools. So you guys must have watched the first and second episode. The first episode was Genesis, just explaining what the entire series is about. Episode 2 was about ideation, how I came up with the idea and how you can come up with new ideas. Scroll through Reddit and Product Hunt to come up with new ideas. And this is the actual building process of the application itself. And the couple of tools that I'm actually using here is again v0.dev, Claude, and ShadCN UI. So these are the applications and tools that I'll be using. And we're going to be, let's just start off with the application, right? So the first step is going to be just looking at the dashboard that I want to build. So this is Circle.so. It's a community application where people can just go ahead and build their own communities. Skool is also another reference where it has a community section, classroom section, calendar section, members, leaderboard, and about. So I think this is also courses section as well. Okay, classroom is where people can post their courses. So that's something we'd need for my community as well. All right. So the best step to start ahead would be going into ShadCN UI, clicking on blocks, and finding the kind of block that I want my dashboard to be. I could just go ahead and use the first one, but I really don't like the version of this. Also, it's actually a new component by ShadCN UI. You can just look at all these components, and sidebar is a new component by ShadCN UI itself. So let's go ahead and take blocks. So blocks are couple templates that Versal guys have built. The template that I really want is this one. This is a template I really like because I can close, collapse, and expand the sidebar. And it also looks very clean. The UI is super clean, and users, this is where the user authentication and button is going to be. This maybe we won't have a lot of teams because it's just going to be my community itself. So just one would be enough. And look at this. I mean, even the way it expands, it's so clean. And I was just scrolling through and just found this subscribe to our newsletter. So maybe I'll have the same thing here. The same thing, maybe I'll pick it up from here and then have it somewhere here. Something similar that says subscribe to my newsletter. And it's going to show up until the person subscribes. And yes, that's how I want the UI of my dashboard to be. Because I wouldn't be able to do that with Discord or Circle or Classroom. Because like I said, I'm trying to productize myself. I'm trying to get the subscribers and also the subscribers to join and be a part of my community. So that's something I'm trying to do. And for that, it's super, super important for me to have this kind of buttons and have that customization as well. So I've previously just tried to copy this link and start off with the building process, but I wasn't able to. So the first step is going to be open this in v0.dev. All right, so once you open this in V0, this is your sidebar. This is how your sidebar is going to look like. And now, as you can see, this button, it says add to codebase. So this button will give you the command line to add this block to your code base. So we just copy this, or we can just simply download the zip. You know what? Let's just download the zip right now. Let's download the zip, open the zip. All right, so let me just delete the zip and let's call it dashboard. And now let's open a new window and simply drag and drop. All right, so this just says index, that's it. Okay, this is not what we want. Let's just delete this shit. We don't like this. Quit it again. Let's just okay. But to open a new window, I would actually need something, right? So let me just, let's just have untitled folder here, and then I'll drag this here. Also, that's temporary, eh? That's just super, super temporary. We've got nothing to do with that. Let's just go here, terminal. Yes, back again, add to codebase, copy this, put it here, and then just enter. All right, so yeah, does not contain a package.json file. Would you like? Yes, let's just click on Y, my app. Let's name it Harshit. Let's just name it my app. All right. It's going to take a couple of minutes. It's creating a new Next.js project. This is why it's taking a few minutes. That's completely okay. And let's just wait for this because there are a couple of more commands that we get where we have to click the styling of ShadCN UI. And if you're confused about the styling, you can just have a look at themes, right? Themes and then customize. So these are the kind of colors that you get. You can always customize this. Yeah, you can always customize this. And I think there was another thing where you can basically look at okay, so oh yeah, that's New York. New York and default. I don't know where that went. It used to show default. But anyways, you get the point, right? So I'm just gonna stick with New York. New York is simple, basic. Neutral is fine. Zinc. Alright, so maybe these are not. Okay, we just go to colors. Yeah, this is where we find it out. Alright, I don't know. Let's just proceed with Zinc. Neutral. Theming, yes. Okay, writing components.json, so let it just do the job. Until then we can just look at this sidebar right now. Sidebar is great. Sidebar looks great, right? And if you're also wondering why is it in white mode on V0 here in dark mode, we can always customize that. That's not an issue. I'll also be having like a tab. Okay, just look at this, right? It has a button, right? It has this button of making it light mode, dark mode. So maybe I'll have something similar like this, right? We can just have something similar to that. All right, please review V0 generated code before incorporating it into your project to ensure completeness and accuracy. I trust V0. I know it's going to be accurate. So now what I'll do is I'll just drag this out and just delete this. And now open this. This is going to be our main application. So before we proceed, and anytime you don't know what the commands are, what you can do is just click on Control K and then just ask it to create a command. Create a command. Or just say, I want to run this. What is the command? Just enter. What was that? Okay, your command will be inserted here, .node. Okay. Okay, so that's where your command has to go in. But I know what the command is, so I'm just going to say yarn install. It's going to install all the packages that are in our JSON file. So let's just install everything first. And just to have a look at our application, components, UI. Okay, this is the sidebar 07.tsx. That's our sidebar. We can always change the names of these. And then hooks. Okay. All right, so we'll just finish downloading this. Now we'll just do yarn build. It's going to build the whole application right now. All right, compiled successfully, but there's a problem here right now. We just ran into a problem where UI. So here we have a problem. An interface declaring no members is equivalent. Okay, I don't know what it is. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm simply just going to add this to chat and then say help me solve this. Always do command enter because that's when it reads your entire code base. Okay, here's the corrected version. So all you have to do is just click on this and just apply. It's going to accept this, and don't forget to save it. Let's do yarn build again. I think I'm pretty sure it's going to build, yes. Now let's do yarn start. This is where we can see our, that's perfect. That's literally perfect. Okay, but why is the favicon different? It shows JustPaid's favicon. JustPaid is a company that I work at, and it's showing the favicon of JustPaid. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's like a glitch. Maybe we can change it. Yeah, not an issue. We can definitely change it. Let me just hide this one. All right. All right, so this is how our dashboard's gonna look like. That looks really nice. Okay, so that's our very first version of our dashboard, guys. And playground, platform. I still don't know what are the buttons that we'd be having here. ShadCN, okay. Upgrade to Pro, account, billing. None of these pages are there right now. Okay. Now that we have this in localhost, all right, so the first thing that we're going to do is let's just have dark mode as well, because the white mode is really irritating for me right now. So what I'm going to do is in this, or why did it move a little bit to the left? It literally went to the left. Maybe that's something we can change as well, because opening, I think it still looks good. I mean, I don't know if you guys know what I'm trying to say. It's basically when you click on this, let's see how this looks like. All right, not bad. I think this is how the sidebar is. There's more sidebar here. Okay, it'll also change the logo back to Vercel again. All right, so this is good. The first thing that we're gonna do is let's add a button with theme, right? Theme is something that I want to add. So I'm just gonna do, all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna copy paste this, and let's just open this on Vercel, right? Let's copy this on Vercel. Let's copy this in Vercel, and we'll say clone this. Let's see how it does it. And the reason, so the thing is, I can just do this in Cursor as well, but I really like the output of v0.dev. So I'm just going to wait for the output. Okay, I don't see the button anywhere. Okay, it has it here. I still don't like the button here. All right, so now let's try to make it a little more clear. Let's say, go to new chat again, create this card. Yeah, let's just say create this card. That's all. Let's say create this card. So what I'm trying to do is let's create the card first. Let's take the dark mode button, and then let's use that in our code base. Let's wait for the code again. All right, it's cloning it. It's cloning it. It's not that great. It's not that great at all. Nope. So now what we're gonna do is let's go back to Cursor. Let's open a new chat, and all right. So why is this everything in just one code? It shouldn't be that case, right? Why is everything in just one code? Is that normal? Is this how it's supposed to be? I'm not sure. So even that, let's try to ask it. Now let's first just give it a prompt saying, hey, I am building a community dashboard like, I'm building community dashboard like school Skool.com and Circle.so. And as you can see right now, the entire code is in components sidebar, which is not good and not scalable. As you know that I am building a community dashboard. Let me try dictation. A community dashboard. Community dashboard. Community dashboard. All right, I think it's the AirPods. Let me just remove the AirPods. Let me just turn off my Bluetooth. Yeah, I think it should work now. Let's just try that again. Let's say I want to follow Next.js feature-based folder structure where it would have different features. And I want this in such a way that it should be scalable. And basically, like every button on the sidebar would have its own folder. So hope you understand what a feature-based folder structure is. That means inside the apps, it would have all the folders. And inside the components again, it would have all the folders again. But the folders inside the app would only have page.tsx. And the folders inside the components would have the actual code bases with the proper tsx files. So if I were to design my entire dashboard in the feature-based folder structure, what is the most accurate folder structure for my dashboard? And the buttons in the sidebar would be, just for the sake of this video and to just start off with the the building process, I'm going to do community, classroom, calendar, members, and about, because we can always add more, but just for the sake of this, because we can add more, right? So let's just do this, would be this, and let's just say, but again, right now in our dashboard, we just don't have this, right? Okay, where's our dashboard? Yes. We just don't have 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons. We have more buttons inside this, right? So I think that we can simply just figure out. Maybe you just, let's say we create a playground button, and then inside playground folder, and inside the playground folder, we'll have a history folder. So I think it'll be fine to just create the parent button, or let's just call it a parent button. This as parent button. But as you can see in our dashboard, once clicked on a parent button, it opens a drop down with a couple more buttons. So these buttons again would be inside the folder of the parent button folder. Hope you understand what I'm trying to say here. Yeah, so now I'm just going to take a screenshot of this for it to understand more clearly, right? Because we want context. Context is super important when you're trying to talk to an LLM. So let's take a couple of screenshots, put it back again. All right, so first we need the folder structure, because without the folder structure, it's going to be very confusing. So the first step, once you launch this, once you have it in localhost, the first step would be to create a proper scalable folder structure so that anytime you can just keep adding more buttons, adding everything, because folder structure is the foundation of your application, because once you ace that, only then you'll clearly be able to build the next version of the application, right? Whoa, this looks scary, but again, not so intimidating, I guess. So this is the wrong kind of folder structure, just looking at it, because I've tried so many other folder structures and I don't really like this one. Okay, it's correct. Wait, this is correct. So look at it. Community has its own page. Discussions has its own page. Posts has its own page. Announcements has its own page. Classroom, perfect. Okay. This is great. Now, let's just look at components again. All right, if you see, it's following the exact same order again. Components, okay, layout is something we need, and the components, all right. Community, all right, this is where it starts. All right, community, let's see this again. Community, okay, postcard, discussion, announcement, banner. But again, so discussion folder would also be in the community as well. I don't know why it's not added that. That should be there. Also in the layout, it says sidebar, header. That is good. This is a sidebar, and I think this must be the header. We don't have a clear header, but it kind of makes sense, I guess. Also this breadcrumb, we can just leave it. I like that. We can have that breadcrumb. Here we can have a notification button and all of these buttons that we can create. Community, postcard, okay. Let's look at these key points about the structure. App directory contains page components and routing structure. Each major feature has its own directory. Nested routes for sub features, only page.tsx files for routing. Perfect. Components directory contains reusable components, layout components separated, okay, in its own directory. Perfect. Feature specific components grouped in their specific directories. Components are more focused and maintainable. Yes, this is what we need. The sidebar, instead of a large one file, split it into sidebar. Okay, this, see, as you can see, this gave this 4 lines and it just got done with it. That's not what we need. So the first step again, all right, so we have this, right? We have this. This is fine. So now let's ask it to give us the commands to actually build the entire folder structure. So now we'll just say ask commands to create this folder structure. You don't have to give me the TSX files. Just give me the actual folders itself. That's our command. Let's say we're just going to do command enter. Just give me a second. I am just going to F until this happens. Yes, I'm just going to make it orange again. Perfect. This is orange. Okay. All right. So these are all the commands that we need. Another thing that we can just do is we can just say run, right? We just say run, and it's just going to run all these commands. And now we have our entire folder structure. Let's cancel this. Let's cancel this. Cancel. Just look into our folder structure. Okay, let's bring this back again to compare the folder structure. All right, so hope you guys understand the folder structure that we're aiming for. Let me just, okay, if I minimize, it just doesn't minimize the entire thing. Anyways, you guys understand the folder structure that I'm aiming for, right? So first, they're going to do app components. Okay, it's just going to be, but there's no source file. Where's the source file? It hasn't created a source file. All right, so I think we have to create a source file itself for ourselves. Let's just do it. Let's just say src. Okay. And then lib hooks types. Let's just move all of these types. I don't know what lib is. Is lib library? And then hooks. Okay. And now, okay, it's made them separate, right? It was not supposed to be separate. Yeah. Let's just move it back here. Components again here. What happened? Okay, there are two components right now. So we've got two components. Is this a duplicate? Yeah, I think this is a duplicate. I don't know what happened there. Let's just delete that. Don't save. All right, so now this is perfect. Let's just look into our dashboard again, the whole folder structure again. Source, app has about, but why about? About was it? Okay, got it. About was this. We're supposed to look into this. About, okay, has a page. The same thing's supposed to be in components as well. So where is the components? All right, components. But I believe the components was also supposed to be inside the app. Supposed to be inside the app. Yeah, I think it was supposed to be inside the app as well. Let me just try to open a previous folder. Shad is something that I previously built. It's like another dashboard. Maybe I'm just gonna copy a couple of components from this. But before I just, start this, let me just open a new window to just see the reference, right? Just for reference, I want to see how this was. Okay. There's app. Lib was outside. Let's just do the same. App. Okay, lib is outside. Okay, perfect. Hooks, we didn't have it here. Let's just open app. Let's open app again. Okay, this looks the same. Yes, components was inside the app. You know what? Let me just run this as well for you. Yarn build. Let me just run and show you how this was, for you guys to get an idea of what I built previously. What's the issue? Okay, I think it's just running it. Compile successfully. I'm just gonna say yarn start. Okay, yarn start. So this was our previous dashboard. If we just, this was our actual dashboard that I previously built. Honestly, this doesn't look bad too. Okay, so I can actually just reuse a couple of buttons from this. I can use this button, a wallet button. I actually built a lot of these buttons. Yeah, notification, I've built it completely for my previous app. So I can just copy the notification from here. Help from here. Yeah, knowledge base, tutorials, chatbot. Maybe, I don't know if I'll be having a chatbot. Submit a ticket, confirm. Look at this, ticket is amazing, right? So I've built all of this. So I'm just gonna reuse that. Okay. Yeah, this was the previous dashboard that I built. Yeah, it just works well. It works well. That means this thing is perfect. All right, so this thing is perfect. All right, this thing is perfect. So let's just cancel this back again. We don't need this right now. Let's forget it. All right, so now we're here. Say save. Let's just do save. So if I build, will it build? I'm not sure. But isn't this wrong? Because we're supposed to. Where did that file go? Where did the whole file of the component thing go? You guys remember the component that we had? Oh, okay, so it's inside components. Oh, I see. It's inside components. It's here. All right, so this is not what we want. Now, as you can see, it's made everything red because this is not a proper working component. So now what we'll do is, let's just copy our folder structure. Let's copy our folder structure. You know what, let's just do it. Let's just do it in a new chat. Okay, let's just do a community-based dashboard similar to Skool and Circle.so for my own community members. And my entire folder structure is a feature-based folder structure where every time I click on a button in the sidebar, it has its own directory, it has its own folder again. I mean, if you clearly see, there are two folders, one in the app and one inside the components. And the one inside the components will have the entire TSX files. I'm just pasting my current folder structure. Because the structure that we got was wrong, right? Because the components was outside the app. That's not what I want. So I just given it context. Now I'll say properly modularize. What we can do is, this is the dashboard, right? Let's just take it. Okay, so this was a sidebar. Correct. So you know what? Let's just move it to layout first. And now it has changed, right? So our whole directory has changed. So what we do is, let's go to models again. It was features. Yeah, just reindex it. You'll have to reindex it sometimes because you just moved a file inside layout, so it doesn't have context. So when you reindex it, now it properly knows. Now you just click on this. Help me modularize the component sidebar so that it properly fits in the respective file / directories in the layout folder. Help me with this. All right, let's just come on enter now. Now let's see what it does. Reading files. All right, so you see, it's literally reading the first file. Okay, first let's create this folder structure. Okay, the folder, what is an inset? Okay, the folder structure it recommends is shell.tsx index. Let's just delete these first. These are not needed. Let's just delete these first. Let's delete this as well. Community layout. All right. Sidebar. Okay. Sidebar components again. No, I think it just got it wrong. So just copy paste this again in the new chat. And now what I'll do is, I'll just take a screenshot of my entire folder directory. I'll paste it here. I'll also take a screenshot of just the layout part. Let's just paste it here. Now we do command enter. Now let's see what it does. Perfect. Okay, let's just look at the folder structure again. So it's got sidebar, components, sidebar header, index. Why so many indexes? I don't want these index files. Let's just make it clear. I want a component folder again inside of dashboard. All right, let's just simply give me the TSX files. No need for index.tsx as well. because our structure is designed in such a way that the folders in the app directory have page.tsx, and the folders inside the components directory would actually have the proper codes itself. I am following a proper feature-based folder structure. Now let's see what it does. Or maybe are we supposed to reindex this again? If this doesn't work out, it says I'm in position 6 because I don't have a pro version. Also, if you guys see, I don't have a pro version. I'm not using a pro version here. What is this? I'll help you modularize the sidebar component following a feature-based folder structure based on your... Okay. But where would this go? Cancel. Now let's say, so that's how you basically do it. You first prompt, you see how the prompt, you see how the output is. You don't like the output, you take that feedback, prompt again. Now let's say the folder structure tree, then start off with giving me the codes. Do command enter. Okay. All right, so now this is good. Sidebar, header, is that it? What about dashboard then? I mean, look at this. There's a dashboard thing, right? What about the dashboard? That's my question. Let me just ask that. The thing is, I'm really confused about this folder structure because I understand it's just a sidebar. You just built out a sidebar. But the problem is, if it's just a sidebar, that means is it just the collapse and expand button, basically the left sidebar? What about the section where it has the actual page thing? The page section thing? What about that? How would that show up? Is there like a specific layout for it, or it just shows up? What exactly, how exactly would that work? Can you please specify? Because I'm just thinking about, let's say for example, on the left sidebar, I click on classroom. So when I click on the classroom button, it would open a page, right? It would open a page in our dashboard. So where would that page be? Where would that page in our dashboard be? What is the file for that? What is the directory for that? I need more clarity on this. Then just prompt it back again. Because sometimes what happens is the LLMs are not really that smart because you have to be a smart guy there. Okay, I'm just not sure why it just gives me components for every single folder. That's not needed, right? So I think it's got the whole component thing wrong. What is this? Classroom, dynamic root for specific classroom. Okay, this is getting confusing now. What is ID? What is page? Okay. Calendar. Nope. You know what? Let's just go to this. Let's just resync the index. Completely, and give me a folder tree of my entire code base. Code. Now let's see what it does. You know what? One second. Let's do this. So instead of normal chat, let's do long context chat. And now let's select Claude 3.5 Sonnet 200K. That's 200K parameters. That means it has a lot, it can read through a lot more text. So sometimes we can use this so that it looks at the entire text completely. Let's just click that. Okay, just still did 12. The last time I did this, it actually did like 500 files in my entire folder structure. Okay, so now it's giving me the entire folder structure. Perfect. What? Why does it just show layout? It's supposed to have all of these files, right? Okay, I think it's not reading these files. I think what's happening is it's not reading these files because there is no... Okay, now it makes sense. If you look at it, it says about and just page.tsx. About page.tsx, which is correct. Calendar page.tsx. Look at this, calendar page.tsx. So it's basically not reading a folder without a file in it. You get it? It's not reading a folder without a file in it. So what we're going to do is, let's just copy this, new file, copy this, new file, paste this. I'm just trying to give it more context just for it to know exactly what our folder structure is. It's going to have page, 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 community is done, classroom is done, calendar is done, about is done. Okay, yes, leaderboard. So even for leaderboard, let's just have page.tsx, page.tsx. Let's close leaderboard. Members also, let's have, I don't think it has mentioned members here. See, okay, it's mentioned members, but with just the page. Okay, page.tsx. Now it knows. Now let's go back to components. Okay, now what we're gonna do is, let's just add about file.tsx. Let's add a file, calendar file.tsx, classroom file.tsx. Okay. Now community file.tsx. I'm just naming it something so that it reads through what we're trying to build here. Dashboard, let's just say dashboard.tsx. I don't even want to add. Now here it has header.tsx. Okay, let's say example. Sidebar example.tsx. So that it knows it's not a real file, it's just an example file. Example.tsx. Example.tsx. Okay, I think we just need the exact same thing for leaderboard and members. Okay, we need that for all the other files. Classroom is done, about is done. Okay, so all of this is done. We need the same thing for layout is done. Yes, we just have leaderboards.tsx, members.tsx. All right, so now it's perfect. Now what we do is just go to settings, re-index this, resync the index. Let's copy this code, open a new chat. Let's have it here just to paste it. All right, so now it's done indexing it. Let's do long context chat again, and then let's enter. All right, now you see it's more files. Now it reads 33 files. Perfect, this is perfect. Source, about, correct. Okay, this is perfect. Okay, so dashboard, header, sidebar. Perfect. Now what we do is just copy this and just have it somewhere in your notes. Just have it somewhere in your notes so that you can always refer to it. Now let's go back to the chat. Whoa, what happened to the chat? Okay, this is chat. Let's go back to the chat where we were trying to modularize. Why does it not open it? It doesn't open that chat. I think what we're supposed to do is just quit the entire thing, quit this too. Sometimes that happens and it's completely okay. Open my app. Now open it. Now let's go to, it's still not opening it. I'm not sure why. Let's try to edit this, I guess. Are you sure this replaces your settings? I don't know what this is. Where did this come from? I'm not sure. Okay. Okay, let's just try this again. Okay, I forgot. I mean, I lost the prompt. There. Okay, let's just do this again. Let's just say we had to modularize the layout, right? So it wasn't component, it wasn't layout, it was this. Let's just name it something. Sidebar raw. Okay, now we have to sync the index. So you don't have to do this every time. I'm just doing it for important tasks. Okay, now I'm just simply going to say, help me modularize the sidebar. See, okay, sidebar raw file into folders. As you can see, inside the layout folder, there are 3 other folders. There is a dashboard, a header, and a sidebar. And then you can also see the sidebar raw.tsx. So the sidebar raw.tsx is actually a complete file which I bought on the internet. But what I want to do is, for us to properly use this tsx file, I would want to properly modularize this into its respective folders and have proper sections. So now I'm just pasting my entire folder structure here. Look into it. Maybe we don't have to paste it. Let's just see this. Let's see, try not to paste it and enter. Let's see what happens. Okay, now it's still reading through all the documents, all the files, and it'll literally find nothing. Okay, now I'll help you modularize a sidebar raw file into, okay, I don't know where it gets data from. Data is the wrong folder. There is no data folder. We don't have a data folder, right? So that's why I think it's important for us to use this. Okay, so here we have to change one thing here. We'll just go back to components. Okay, this is confusing. I don't understand anything here. Let's just make it small, I guess. Body, make it smaller. Okay, it's so confusing. Look into it properly. An idea of what we're trying to build. Okay, so it was supposed to be in layout. Let's just find layout, because remember we changed the name of our file. So we have to change it here as well. Because if we don't change it, it wouldn't understand what we're trying to build. I don't find layout here. Where is layout? It's just so tiny, it's so hard to read. Leaderboard, okay, layout, dashboard, header, sidebar, Why does it not have the file? I don't know. Let's just enter and see what it does, man. I'm not sure. Okay, position 34. Let's just wait. 25, 13. This is wrong. This is wrong again. This is wrong. Let's just clearly give it another prompt. You understand my folder structure first. Then you're supposed to give me the folder structure of the new files that you're going to modularize and add just for the layout folder. Because just to reiterate, we are only trying to modularize the sidebar raw.tsx file and then have it in its respective folders inside dashboard, header, and sidebar. So this is what I need help with, and you are supposed to help me properly modularize this. And for more clarity, I would really appreciate it if you just show me a folder structure of just the layout itself. Alright, so I have to wait for so long, I think a couple of seconds. But if I just upgrade to Pro, I wouldn't have to wait. Okay. Okay, now this looks good. Okay, I guess data is something that's supposed to be there, I guess. This dashboard, header, sidebar. So this is what I'm confused about. Why would I need another components folder inside sidebar? I don't like that format. Now I think it's hallucinating, man, because in the first one it clearly gave two TSX files: dashboard content, dashboard header, header avatar, breadcrumb, and header navigation. And in components it had sidebar footer, sidebar header, menu, navigation, projects. And now if you check, it only has dashboard. You know what? I'm just gonna say, okay, you know what was the word? It called it nested, right? Okay, we can simplify the structure. Let's reorganize it in a cleaner way within the layout. Here's no nested components folder. Let's just say layout, keep in mind. Now let's say no nested components folder. I'm just trying to do the first prompt again so that we get a better output. Okay, I'll help you modularize. Okay. This is better. This is what we need. Perfect. It's got dashboard TSX, dashboard shell. I don't know what shell is. Okay, shell is a container. Okay, header account, header breadcrumb, header main. Okay, header main. Okay. And user account dropdown, but it's not in the header, right? The user account dashboard. Let's just go back. Okay, we won't be able to find it that way. Where was it? Yeah, but this is just the header, right? but this remains in the sidebar. So why does it mention header? Okay, sidebar content, main sidebar content. Footer with user profile. Okay, now it makes sense. Footer with user profile. This is the one. Footer header with team selector. Okay, team selector. This is the team selector. Sidebar nav, navigation menu item. So navigating items. All right. Sidebar projects, the project section. Okay, that means I don't know what nav is. So maybe it's just the navigation thing. Okay. I think that's a really good folder structure. All right, so now let's just go ahead and apply all of this. So for now, what we're going to do is let's just delete these files. This is not what we need. We just kept them so that, it just understands what we're trying to build, right? So now just look at it. Okay, first, does it give all the files? Sidebar component, header main. Would you like me to continue with the rest of the components? I can show you how to split the remaining parts. Also, we should create a separate data folder to store the mock data directly embeddings in raw TSX file. Would you like me to do that as well? Proceed. I just say proceed. Now let's see what it does. Again, waiting time. Okay, first let's create data folder. Why do I need a data folder? Okay, data folder is for, okay, so data folder is for this. I wouldn't need it. We have it right now. We can just delete that. Navigation.tst file, where does this go? See, I mean, this is not what we need. Like, look at this. It just says rest of, you know what? I have a better way. We just copy this. Let's just paste it somewhere. Paste this just so that we have it. Now let's go to new chat and say, I want you to modularize the sidebar.tsx file into this. And let's say, make sure you give me each and every file. You should not omit anything, okay? You are supposed to give me every single file properly so that I can just delete the sidebar nav and just run the code base with the modularized code. Everything should stay intact. Everything should stay intact. Okay. Couple of seconds is taking time. Okay, now let's look at this. Okay, first let's create a shared type file. I don't know what it is. Data, okay. Data is fine. Data.ts. Alright, so now I just started with the sidebar. That means, but isn't it supposed to start from dashboard? Okay, sidebar. Let's see. Also, if you guys can see, I'm using Claude Sonnet 2. I mean Claude Sonnet 3.5.2, which is the new version of Claude Sonnet 3.5. Sidebar nav. So that means sidebar nav. I think the next one should be sidebar project. Okay, sidebar project. Now I really hope it gives the header and dashboard as well. Sidebar footer. We didn't have a sidebar footer. Okay, there is a sidebar footer. Let's wait for all the other files as well. header breadcrumb. Perfect. Now it just started with the header as well. Header breadcrumb. Header main is done. That is header main. That is done. Now dash. Okay, header main, header breadcrumb. Okay. But header account, I think it omitted header account. Also, there was no header account, right? Maybe it was just a hallucination. Maybe it was just a hallucination. All right. Dashboard content. Dashboard shell. Sidebar content. Okay, sidebar content. Finally, sidebar main. We didn't have a sidebar main, right? Okay. Let's forget everything. Let's just try it out. Worst case, what we're going to do is we just delete it. We start again. Not an issue. All right. So now what we're going to do is let's just minimize this a little bit. Click. File doesn't exist. You just apply. That's it. It just applies. It puts it exactly where it's supposed to be. This is done. As you can see, it's literally in the layout itself. All right. Also, don't mind this one because this is what we're modularizing. After that, we can just delete this. Click. Apply. It's going to write the entire code. Except this is actually the best part, You can just click and enter. Sidebar, header, apply. See, exactly in the sidebar. Perfect. We just accept. Now, sidebar nav, apply, accept, sidebar projects, apply, accept, sidebar footer, apply again. Also, I don't know what exactly is in the files. So that we'll understand once, we dive deeper, we start doing more stuff with our code base. Now header breadcrumb, apply is going to, see again, guys, I'm not writing a single line of code. I am not writing a single line of code. I'm just clicking, applying. It's just putting it exactly where it's supposed to be. Dashboard content, apply. It's putting it in the dashboard. This is crazy, guys. This is the future of coding. Literally the future of coding. And if you guys need help with this, you can always consult me and I can help you guys out with building your own applications as well. Okay, this is taking a bit. That's fine. Let's just wait. If not, cancel, and then you can just manually copy and then paste as well. All right, done. I mean, you can also create a file. You can manually copy paste it if it's taking a while. Now we just do sidebar content, apply. Okay, finally update the main component in the sidebar. Okay, accept. Perfect. Now let's address the red. Okay, this is perfect. Let's just address this one. App components UI sidebar. I think if we just click on tab, it's supposed to show the exact proper file, but it's not doing it. Okay, components, you know what? Let's just do it. Sometimes when it doesn't work, but when you know it's in the correct directory, just like put a space and enter. Okay, maybe it doesn't really know exactly where it's supposed to be. So UI avatar. Okay, got it. I think it's because in the UI, that's in the UI. We do have a sidebar, correct? Our sidebar is looking scary. So first what we're going to do is, before we even go into the layout, all of this red part, let's just address this. And there's a way to do that. So now what you do is, you can basically add a doc. Okay, not this. You can basically just click on this and do docs. And you can add any documents. You can add any doc with just the link. I've already done that. So not code. I'm just going to go back to docs. Here, as you can see, I've got Shad, and then I've got sidebar ShadCN doc. All right, so now I've got both of these links. All I'm just going to do is I'm just going to copy this, paste it here, and now let's say, help me solve this. I am getting all red underlines here. I guess something wrong with the UI routing, right? But for that, let's just index it one last time. Let's just index it so that it knows the newest structure, because we've just added a lot many files. See, as you can see, it's indexing all these files. Before it didn't, now it knows. Now what we do is just command enter, and it's going to help us solve this. Let's go to, what was it, sidebar again? Yep. Also, if you see sidebar shows green sometimes, I think it's like a glitch, but it's red. So you know how to solve this, right? Okay, I think we're just supposed to run all of these. That's it. Run. Okay, I think I just ran all these. Okay. Additional record dependencies. Let's just install these first. Okay, let's just do this. Let's only solve for sidebar. Sidebar is having a lot of red underlines. Help solve this. Now let's just take a screenshot of, I think it took a screenshot of the entire thing. Let's just take a screenshot of this. Enter. So now we're just specifying exactly the errors with this. So generally it's just supposed to give, it's just solving. Why does it try to give me, okay, the first thing is use mobile.ts. We don't have that. Okay, we do. Let's just apply. Didn't we have it? Okay, we did have it, but it was in TSX format. So we just delete it, I guess. Let's go to sidebar. Did it fix it? It didn't fix it. So now let's be more clear. Let's be more clear, and let's say, help me solve this. Help me solve this. The problem I see is that of the UI folder. I guess it is a problem with the navigation. Now let's see what it does. I'm pretty sure it's a problem with the navigation itself, because it's not properly able to identify which file is in which folder. So now I'm pretty sure it'll be able to do that. So let's just wait for it. Help you solve the import problem. Okay. Oh, I see. So it's app hooks use mobile. So let's simply add app. Let's just see this again. It's, what if we're supposed to, okay, there's a slash here. Still didn't work. Still didn't work. Hooks use mobile. Okay, it's app. Let's see that again. It's app. And okay, it's not even app. Oh, so I guess hooks are supposed to be inside the app. Is it? are hooks supposed to be inside the app? Because this works. Let's just ask, are hooks supposed to be in the app, or can directly be in the SRC? I mean, the last time I checked, it was directly in source. So let's bring it back to source. Now we just say SRC. Worked. Now this worked. Now all you do is tab. Did this work? Okay, I think it's just reading it wrong. So it's source and then app. Now it worked. Tab, tab, tab. Tab again. Perfect, we're good with the sidebar. The sidebar is done. We just needed some help with the navigation. So now that we fixed the navigation part for this, let's just resync this so that now all the other files also know where exactly the navigation is. Okay, so this is supposed to be perfect. Now you see the thing is, once you fix one thing, it's just like a, it just flows. It's like a dam. It just starts flowing. Click, tab, done. Sidebar here as well. We just click on tab, 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 fixed, tab, tab. The same thing for all the others. That's an extra space. Perfect. Sidebar one last time. Sidebar. Perfect. Okay, it worked. Okay, there are so many others. It wasn't the last time. Okay, now fix it. Fix it. Perfect. Now everything is green. Alright, so now that everything is green, alright, so now what we do is, now let's clearly tell, because now we finished everything, right? But we still have to delete this file, the raw file. Now let's clearly say that. What I was trying to do was I had this file and I have modularized it into different folders inside dashboard, header, and sidebar, which are all inside the layout folder. The modularization process is done, but can you just check once again if the sidebar raw file has been properly modularized so that I can go ahead and simply delete the sidebar raw file. Just resync the index because there were a couple of changes that we did. I think once this is done, we're good to go. We're just good to enter this. And now once you have the proper folder structure, you can just go gaga, man. You can just go, or just go wild with all the why am I I lost the word there. What exactly was I trying to say? Yeah. So once you're done with the folder structure, you can basically just start off and just go gaga and just go wild with all the components that you want to add. But before that, let's just check if the sidebar raw file has been properly modularized. Let me compare the components. I'm just trying to compare the components. Okay, now you see properly modularized into cleaner structure, matches the header. matches the navigation, matches the projects, matches. You see, it also is giving us emojis. Like imagine if you didn't do this, right? You might run into all these problems. So just ask, man. Just ask everything. You can safely see, as you can see, it says you can safely delete the sidebar raw file as all its contents have been properly modularized into all of this. That is perfect. Let's just go ahead, delete it. Now let's do yarn build. Let's do yarn build. Where is yarn build? Yes, let's yarn build. There is an issue here. It says there's an issue in source app paste tsx. Source app paste tsx. Let's just say fix this in chat. I mean, previously it was just that one file, right? So it was just trying to navigate that one file, but now it has to change. Simply import path. It's wrong. This file doesn't exist. Now what we do is, let's go back to this. Why am I not able to go to the previous chat? Is it because I'm not a pro member? Is that so? Okay, now I can. Okay, now let's just say facing the problem with one last file. Help me solve it. For this, and the reason I'm doing it is because in this prompt, the LLM has literally gone through my entire folder structure. So now when I say this, it clearly knows just in one shot what exactly to do. So let's try to solve this. I noticed that, okay, page, go to page.tsx, apply to entire file, accept this, done. Guys, we are good. Let's just say yarn build. I still see something red here, but there's nothing inside. Maybe it's just a glitch. Maybe it's not. So source app components, layout, and then types. Facing a problem with, okay, I don't know what it is. I'm just going to say, copy this, paste it, enter. That's it. It knows exactly what to do. So let's just leave it to that. I see the error. The error is coming from types.ts. Just click on this. It's types.ts because I don't see an error. I mean, it's not red. Maybe it's just a glitch. That's okay. Just click on it, apply, accept what it gives, enter. Now let's see if it builds. I hope it does. Another issue. Let's just copy it again. Help me solve this. So what was the issue again? App, source, about. App, source, about? Okay, source, app, and about. Page. Oh, it's because there are no pages. I think it's because there are no pages, right? It has to have like some page. Oh, I mean, in this case, we'll have to create a page for everything inside. Makes sense now. Apply. So I think now, I'm pretty sure now we're going to have a problem with calendar as well. Pretty sure. Let's see. Events. See, events, calendar. Oh God. Whoa. So it's going to create this one and this one. All right. So now let's just do this. Let's just do this. Okay. Let's just do this. Let's copy this. Let's go to a new tab and say, while compiling, I am having issues like this for each folder as they are all empty page.tsx files. I just need a simple placeholder file, can be empty, because right now my goal is just to get the code up and running to see on my local host. You gotta help me with all the page.tsx files in my code base. Okay, now let's do indexing again. I want to do a long context this time. Long context and command enter. Okay, I'll help you create. All right, perfect. Now it's helping us for classroom. All right, classroom. Apply, accept. This is for assignments. Accept. Course, accept. Grades, accept. This is for community. Accept. Announcements, accept. Discussions, accepted. This is for posts, accepted. Calendar, accepted. Events, accepted. Schedule page, all right. Should be members page. I mean, imagine how easy this is right now, because, or see, this is the kind of thinking that you need. I immediately understood that there is an issue with what we're trying to do, and it's going to give it every single time. So instead I said, you know what, just give me all the files so that I can simply just paste it, right? Now I assume this must be the last one. Save. Now let's build the app. Let's see if it builds. I think it should work. Perfect. It should work right now. Now let's do. Okay, let's just type in yarn start. Okay, yarn start. We just reload. Remove the dashboard. What the fuck is this? Guys, what the fuck is this? Yarn. Install again. I mean, what is this? I have no idea what this is. Where is our entire dashboard, man? Yarn build. Let's build again. If we're still getting the problem, then I'm not sure. Let's just close all of these first. Close. All right, so just components. Let's just do yarn start again. Okay, I'm pretty sure it fucked up somewhere. What the fuck is this? Where is my dashboard? Command enter. Now let's see what it does. Because The thing is, we modularized it and we didn't really want to add all these pages, but we still had to, just because we had to make it working. I understand you're looking for your dashboard and the current view seems incomplete. You know what? Let's just do one thing. Let's just do this thing, all right? Dashboard. This was the file that I have modularized. Okay. Now what we do is, I think it's time to restore the sidebar raw folder. Let's just restore this. Let's just open it somewhere. You know what? I think we would have to put it back in my app source. Let's just put it back, and then let's say modularized sidebar raw. Okay, it's not able to read the raw file. Now I think we're supposed to sync the index again. It should actually read the file immediately. I don't know why it's not reading it. I mean, syncing it every time is like irritating. It shouldn't be that case. Sidebar raw. It's still not syncing it. Let's just copy this and say modularize this. I just copied and pasted it. Now let's see what it gives. Okay, just to add more context, I modularized a file called sidebar. Okay, now it shows sidebar raw. This was just temporary. I just wanted to delete after the modularization. What the fuck is this? I'm just getting so angry right now. Modularization. After the modularized version. But as you can see in the screenshot, my dashboard is fucked. So help me with this. Whew. Yeah, that's one thing. You need a lot of patience. You just need a lot of patience while doing this, because even if it's non-code, people don't want to put in the effort because it's just hard, right? It's still hard. It's still hard to sit down, work on all of this. It still takes a lot of work. So maybe that's why people are not making money with this, because it's still hard work, right? I understand the issue. Looking at your screenshot and the code, it seems the dashboard content is missing from the modularization. The issue is likely within how the components are structured and important. Let's fix it. Okay. You'll need to create a new file. I did. There is a new file. Okay, let's just accept it. Sidebar main. Update your main sidebar component. Accept. Dashboard shell. It does look like it. It looks exactly like it. I don't know what the issue is. And the breadcrumb component. Apply. It's literally not making any changes. That means the files are correct. So where is the issue? Where is the issue? You know what? You know what we can do if that happens? We just take this. We just copy it. Go paste it. Take a screenshot of the dashboard. Okay, maybe without me. How do I remove myself here? Let's remove myself. Paste. And just bring me back. Okay, and now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to change the model. Let's just change it to 4.0 mini. Change it to 4.0. Let's see the kind of output it gives, because sometimes the outputs may vary, and I really think Claude Sonnet 3.5 is not able to give us the exact kind of output. So let's try a different one. I think it's getting confused. It is getting confused with all of this. I think we're just supposed to do this. Let's just do this. Copy. 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 Let's just put it with my face. Doesn't matter. File called this was a temporary file. I was supposed to delete after the modularized version, which was in layout. Where's the layout? Layout folder, as you can see. As you can see, my dashboard is fucked. All right. Let's just play all of these. All right, it's already 1 hour and 30 minutes. I thought, I'll be able to build the entire dashboard in just this, but it's taking a while. It looks like the main issue might be related to how components are being rendered in the modularized version. Let's ensure that these components are correctly imported and used in the sidebar 07 function. Okay. Steps to fix it. Check the imports. I have no idea what it's saying. Okay, GBD4 is shit. Let's just say 3.5. Sonnet 3.5. And now let's say, give me the proper corrected codes. All right. Let's just wait for the proper corrected codes. Let's fix. Why did it say fix? Okay, dashboard shell. Apply. But I think it's the same, right? I don't know. I just changed something. Except. Okay. Let's yarn build again. And yarn start. And see how it looks like. Let's just reload. Still looks the same. Not sure what happened. Still looks the same, man. I think this is what ShadCN should do. ShadCN is just giving us all these components in just one big file. Instead, there should be like a proper version of breaking these files. When I previously ran the sidebar raw file, it was just perfect. But now that I have modularized the sidebar raw file, it looks like shit. You can see in the screenshot. I want you to file again properly and then compare it with all my modularized files and see what the issue is, because I want my dashboard properly up and running. I really don't like the way my dashboard looks, and it's very, very irritating. And after that, I am also supposed to delete the sidebar raw file from my entire code base, because it should not be needed in my code base, because we already have a proper modularized version. So please, please, please help me with this. See what it does. Okay, the issue might be, okay, now I'm just going to use my mouse. Guys, I'm just going to get a little lazy right now. I'm just going to sit back a little bit because, okay, because it's just so irritating. All right. Sidebar main. After comparing the sidebar with your model, I noticed a few key differences that are causing layout issues. Okay. All right. Dashboard shell. Accept this. Dashboard content. Accept this. Save. Let's try to build this again and see what it does. Let's start. Reload. Guys, it's not working. It is not working. All right, so what I'll do is I'm just going to end the video here. I'm just going to end the video with a very, very bad output. And I guess I'll just be back with another video where I'll be clearly debugging this and understand why and what the problem is, right? Okay, let's just give it one last turn. Let's just open new chat and just say, you know what, let's just go back to the previous chat itself and let's say it is still the fucking same, man. I want a different approach. We have tried the above files many times, and we are still getting the same output. Into different files, look into all my files and see clearly where the issue is and help me solve this ASAP. Don't just give me the same files again and again and again. Okay, don't fuck around with me. Simply just give me the proper code so that my dashboard is properly back again. Okay, it's giving me the same files again. It's giving me the same files. Let's just say let's just see what it is. Apply, save. We just save. Let's just do yarn install maybe. Or what if we tried removing node modules? Give me the commands to remove the node modules and next and download again. Okay, let's try these. Let's just try these. Let's try deleting all these files once. And then let's do clear cache. And now let's do yarn install again. Yarn install. And then let's try yarn dev. Yeah, let's try yarn dev instead of this. Maybe we'll know exactly what our problem is. Also, I guess we can just try to inspect it. Try to inspect and see what the issue is. Okay. Yeah, maybe we could, try to take a screenshot of this and then paste it and then see what the issue is again. That's a good idea. Let's just try that. Okay, now let's just try yarn start again. Let's try to reload and see if it works. Okay, it's not working. Yeah, it's not working, guys. So what we can do is we just copy this. Let's go back and say, okay, let's just try yarn dev as well. Yarn dev. Maybe yarn dev would have a proper. Okay, there's nothing in yarn dev as well. Node cannot be found in the current page. I did inspect and this is what I got. Okay, it says I see the issue, the error. Okay, so now what we do is we just copy this, go back, new page, and okay, first let's take a screenshot of the entire dashboard, put it here, and now let's do inspect. Copy these. I also did inspect and got that error. Looking at your screenshot and code, the problem seems to be with how the components are structured. Let me help you and fix this. Okay, so hope this fixes it. Let's click on sidebar, apply. Nothing happened. Like literally nothing happened. It didn't do anything, man. It literally didn't do anything. Let's just reindex the entire thing again. Nope, it's not working. Now let's say stop. You have changed these countless times and nothing happened. Like, what the fuck is wrong, man? Because sidebar raw worked properly, but the modularized version does not work. Help me with this properly, okay? Okay. Let's just enter one last time and see. If not, maybe I'll just do it in another video because it's already been 1 hour 50 minutes. Also not sure if any of you are literally watching it till 1 hour, but anyways, I'm still building it because I want my own dashboard. Okay, let's just improve the prompt. You're just giving me countless times. You are just fucking with me, man. You have given this this and this 100 times and nothing has even happened. Like, what the fuck? You just keep repeating these files. I need a complete different approach. Look into sidebar raw again. Now let's see what it does. If not, the worst case, what we can do is we just redo the entire thing, man. That's it. We just redo the entire thing. Simple. Main layout. Where does this go? Main layout. Okay, sidebar main. And then page accept. Nope. Still looks like shit. Anyways, that's it. Maybe in the next video I'll be able to show you guys how we can debug this. But for now, I think that's it for the video. See you guys.